Hello and welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda. And like I said the last time, we are back with Book Buzz, actually going to talk about books and do a little author.
Show and tell kind of book.
Yes, very show and tell.
Spotlight time.
Yes.
So
you get to take
go ahead.
it away. Go for it.
All right.
You're doing the author today.
Yes, so I am.
It's a cool story.
This is one of the cooler things that has happened to me in my life, especially as my librarian life.
Yeah.
I don't even really know where to begin, but I'll start. So when I was, it goes all the way back into elementary school is really where it started. And I would go to the school library every week, and I always looked forward to that. And I love that we still are so fortunate here in Peters Township to still have school libraries that kids can go to every week, because I know that not all libraries, not all schools can go, not on a weekly basis anyways. Maybe only go like every other couple weeks or whatever. But I loved going to the school library every single week. And then I, as a kid, for whatever reason, I really don't know why, I loved pigs. They were my favorite animal. I had a whole collection of pigs, both stuffed pigs, ceramic pigs, all kinds of pigs. And there's not really much out about pigs, at least not that I knew of, but I found one old, I might have even asked the librarian for a book on pigs, and she pointed me in the direction. I don't remember for sure, but she introduced me to this book called Piggy Wiglet, and it was a very old book then. I grew up in the early 90s, but I checked this book out every single week. And I remember my mom was like, "Oh, Piggly Wiglet again, great," and loved it. Fast forward 10, 15 years later, I actually worked with my school librarian. She worked part-time in the public library that I was working at in high school. And I said to her, like, "Oh, I remember going to the school library every week, and there was this old book, and I would check it out, Piggy Wiglet. I loved it." And at that point, like, eBay was starting. Yeah, there he is. There's Piggy. eBay was kind of becoming a thing, and I was like trying to find it, and because I really would like to get a hold. I'm like, I would love to get a hold of a copy of this book. And she said to me, "You know what, Shannon? Like, at that point, they had built a new school building in the district that I grew up in. She's like, if the Piggy Wiglet book made the move to the new building, I'll give it to you." And she did. So this is it. This is the exact copy that I used to check out. As you can see, it's very old. It's even older now than. It's like held together by tape. I didn't tape it, so this is how it was presented to me. And back when I was growing up and when Miss Linda was growing up, you would stamp a library card. So there was like a little, and even when you see some of our older books in our collection, you might still see these little pockets here, these little envelopes where a little card would go, and they would stamp it. At the school library, you would actually write your name. So really, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but on a couple lines down, on February 8th, it unfortunately doesn't say the year, I wish it did, has my little name, Shannon T, written right there, my little first grade handwriting. And I'm guessing most of these little stamps here were the dates that I checked this book out. Pretty much all the ones in the early 90s there. March 2nd, early 1990, that was probably me. November 30th, 1990, probably also me. Checked it out all the time. And I remember my mom reading it to me over and over and over again. So it was so exciting for me to be able to own this book, because at that point, of course, it was out of print. This is from 1973. I want to make sure I'm right on that. I'm pretty sure. But so growing up in the 90s, it was, 1973. It was already out of print and well-loved. So that has a lot to do with how I became a school librarian, or not a school librarian, but a public librarian, because it was so important to me going to the school library, right? Like that was such a cherished memory of going and getting this book, and that librarian like showing me the book and everything. So every year, I always share this story. I don't even keep this copy at home because I'm afraid my own kids like destroying it. I'm like, they only get to read Piggy Wiglet on special occasions, which I guess I shouldn't do. I should let them read it too. But
or read a different copy of it.
Yeah. Not at least until Emma is a little bit more trustworthy, because it's like this is a one of a kind. You can't get a hold of this one. But I read it to my Storytime kids, and I share the story I just shared with everybody here, about checking it out every week. And then I still actually found, this is my book report from 2nd grade, I think. And there's my little illustration that I drew in 2nd grade. Shannon Tischler, room 112, there it is, for Piggy Wiglet. And then it says, "My favorite author is David Harrison. He wrote and illustrated a story about Piggy Wiglet. I like it because I like pigs. And I even got, look at
Good
this.
answer. Let me
I
see.
got a participation certificate.
Aw, yeah, nice.
Yep, with a gold star.
There it is.
So
Probably one of your first, huh?
Yes, first and only.
Well, I wasn't going to go there. Yeah.
So I share this every single year. And then, because I love this book so much. Well, then COVID hit, in March of 2020, and we were all kind of trying to figure out what we're going to do to still bring the library to all of you. So we were starting to record stories in our living rooms or in our spare bedroom, wherever, in our homes.
Yeah,
and putting them up on YouTube for people to be able to enjoy. And then we continued that even after the library did reopen, because we still weren't able to bring groups of kids into the library. So we would send links out every week, and we did that for over a year.
Yeah.
Of recording stories, and we would have like lunchtime story times with Miss Linda, and Miss Linda would be reading a book, or I would be, or whatever. Well, a lot of those, because of copyright, we would keep them up for a while, and then we would take them down, or we put them back up again. Well, apparently, I don't even remember doing it, but it came back to me after I was revisited it. But of April 2020, I recorded myself in my living room reading Piggy Wiglet, and I even told people to do a craft with it, because I was just trying to make this into a program as best as I could without physically being with the kids. And I shared the story about reading it, and I even showed what I just showed there. So that was recorded in April 2020. And it's still on our library YouTube page. Well, a couple weeks ago, I received an email completely out of the blue from the author. And he said his son had found the video of me reading the story on YouTube, and he was just so charmed by it. He was one of his favorites. He goes on to talk about what he had another teacher that was a fan of the story, and she even has a Piggy Wiglet tattoo, so she's an even more extreme fan than I am, I would say. I don't know if I could go that far, but that's pretty,
right.
Right. He is 88 years old, has written 110 books.
Did you say his name?
And his name is David Harrison. So I was floored. When I got this email, and I'm reading it, and
it's so surreal.
I was shocked. I was kind of even screaming a little bit, and
Yeah,
Miss Sarah's desk was right behind mine, and she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I'm like, "Oh my god! I'm like, oh my god! Oh my god!" I still was shaking, because it was kind of starstruck in some ways.
Of course.
That this person who I didn't really know what else he had done. This book was really, really old, so I never in a million years would I have thought that he would reach out to me, and so now we're friends. So I wrote back to him. I was so floored, and shared all that I just shared with you about how I used to check this book out, and the school librarian gave me my copy of it, and I read it to the kids every year. And he even posted it on his blog, so you guys can go and see that too. And he wrote about how, that's just so cool that we were able to make this connection. And as I was reading through all the different things that he's done, I'm just blown away that what a remarkable person, and what an accomplished career he has. So at 88 years old, he has out 110 books. I'm going to show a bunch that I was able to get a hold of from both our collection and our library system.
Nice picture.
Yeah, look at him. Nice looking guy.
Don't you that's a nice picture. Good job.
Yeah, don't you want to be his friend? I just think.
Well, you be my
I know.
neighbor?
He is the poet laureate for Drury University in Missouri, where he lives. They even have a elementary school named after him, which that's amazing.
Yes.
So how cool. I am still just so blown away that I was able to make this connection with this person, and also it was so cool for me, of course, to hear from him, but also to be able to have the opportunity to share with this person the insane impact that he has made, right? So I do really do think that Piggy Wiglet, this book, and that experience of going to the school library on a weekly basis, it instilled my love of libraries, and which is why I became a librarian. And I can speak for myself and Miss Linda and everybody in our department. We love the public library so much, and how important it is in communities.
Absolutely.
And this is such a testament to that. How how important getting a book into a child's hand really
Yep.
can be.
Absolutely.
And I just blown away.
Yeah.
So thank you so much to David to reaching out to me. You've really, really changed my life. And the fact that I was able to be able to express this impact that he has made was like, that was even cool. Like that was so rewarding to be, you know, full circle of how this has impacted my life and my career and the different decisions that I've made. All because of one little pig. Like he, you know, he wants to go on an adventure and he sees his son. It's outside of his pen. He thinks he's going to go and chase it and catch that son and bring it back, and then finds out in the end that the son was in his pen the whole time. So it's just such a good one. But so there's Piggy Wiglet, of course, my absolute favorite book of all time. And then years later, the book was republished with a different illustrator. So this is the copy that our library actually has. This is illustrated by Karen Stormer Brooks. Our copy is illustrated by, Les Gray or Les Gray.
Les Gray, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I apologize if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. So you can actually check out the Piggly Wiglet story and read it. I do always show both when because obviously my personal copy you cannot check out and it's out of print. But you can check out this copy in our library collection. So if you want to hear the story about this cute little pig that had a good time chasing the sun, you can. But he writes a lot of poetry, and so and honestly, as I was going through and pulling stuff, again, it always amazes me when authors are so diverse.
Oh, I love it.
You know, so like
That's
Piggy
talent.
Wiglet is, you know, a children's picture book about a little pig that goes on an adventure, has a great day, the end. But then also to be a poet and to write nonfiction and he writes poetry for adults and for teenagers. Like that's just crazy to me.
Total, yes.
To have that wide spectrum of talent.
Yes. Genius.
So here's Farmer's Garden, rhymes for two voices. This one is one that is a
That's a poetry.
poetry, yep, and it goes back and forth between being different characters, different voices. There, there's a cute dog.
Oh yeah.
So, and I do love when we have our picture book poetry because that's such a great way to introduce the kids to poetry too. This one is one of ours. This is a relatively newer one too. A Place to Start a Family, poems about creatures that build. This is all about creatures that build their nests and different things. And
of
it's
course
one
you'd
of the
open that one.
right. Of course, I didn't mean to, but here's the snake. And this Linda and I are big. I'm a big pig fan. Snake fan, not so much. But it's one of
neither
those,
of
you know,
us.
where the words.
Yeah. I like the books that do that.
Yeah.
There's a name for it.
And I can't remember
remember
right
it
now what it
either.
is. Oh, and there's those moles that always freak us out too. Little star-nosed moles. We've talked about them in here.
Yeah, we have.
So this is we actually have this in our poetry section, not our picture book poetry. This one is from 2018. Yes, this is a much more recent one. Let's see what else we have poetry-wise. This one is another one that's poetry, I believe. The Animal Song, yeah. This one's real cute too. There was a little girl with a silver flute, toot toot tooty toot, who plucked her lips and blew her flute, toot toot tooty toot.
Oh.
That's a cute one too.
What's it called?
The Animal Song.
Yeah. Very nice.
So it goes through all the different animals and what they do, and the tooty toot part, and those different what is it, onomatopoeia, the sounds that words that are sounds. Yeah.
Right.
So there you go, English teachers. If you need a book to teach onomatopoeia, there's one. And this one was kind of cool. He also has written Clifford books. So, you know, Clifford is a series made popular by Norman Bridwell. But, you know, when Scholastic produces or publishes all these in mass quantities, there's lots of different authors that have also kind of stepped in to write stories using Clifford's characters. So he had several Clifford ones. This is one that I was able to get a hold of, but there was several Cliffords. This one's the Book of Giants stories. So this is much more.
Looks like an old one.
An old one, yeah, for sure. 1972. So this is older than Piggy Wiglet, even.
Wow.
This is one of his earlier books. And you can tell this one was around for a while because it also has that little pocket.
There it is.
But this one's much more longer text, for sure. They actually have this in their this is from Avella Library, and they keep this with their Fables and Fairy Tales nonfiction 398s. So, yeah. And then does the beginner readers as well. So here's like a step into reading one with Wake Up the Sun. This one is still available on Amazon. I have this in my cart right now because I'm going to get the kids a couple of David Harrison books for Christmas. So,
nice.
Yeah. Again, like I said, such all different genres and different reading levels.
Isn't that cool that,
that
that
then
just sparked
even
you
a
to-
couple little golden books. So that's going back some too, The Snoring Monster. So everybody had a bunch of little golden books. And this is one of ours. This is one of his newer ones, Rum Pum Pum. I love this. The illustrations in this one are a lot of fun too. Little boy who meets a tiger and all the different animals.
Nice.
When tiger says roar, which in tiger talk means, will you be my friend? Everyone he met immediately ran away. Oh, because he's scary.
Yeah.
A big tiger.
Aww.
So I'll just assume maybe he becomes friends with that little boy. And then again, nonfiction. So this is one of our blue dots. I want an apple, how my body works. So our blue dots are our concept books or our nonfiction books for early readers or early elementary school students. And so this is just how, you eat an apple and what happens when you, to your body when you eat an apple. So nonfiction too. Even has an illustration of what your insides look like there.
When you eat an apple. I just ate an apple, so I need
Now
to
you know. Now you know what happens. Yep. So that's just a handful that we have in our system. But obviously 110 are out there in the world somewhere. Not all are still in print.
Blows my mind too.
So, and he's 88 and he's still writing. He says he works for about 7 hours each day except for on weekends.
Wow,
And he's
his job.
still publicly speaking lots of different places. He speaks at schools and at author events. He spoke at different commencements. So what an accomplished career.
Obviously loves what he does and lives it.
Yeah.
When somebody, wow, the talent in that, and he uses it and he keeps doing it and he's sharing it, and it's, wow.
I know. I'm just so blown away by this whole experience.
Yeah.
And I was excited to get to share it with all of our Book Buzz viewers.
Yeah.
So come and visit
That
us,
was a good
get some of his books, and I'd love to talk to you about it more.
Yeah, we'll have to put it out. We'll make a little display.
Yeah, that would be
Since
fun.
You have,
they're all pulled. For sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, great. That was great author stories, experience, and everything. It was really good. And it does surprise me. I mean, sometimes with authors, you can, tell what they're doing and what they do.
Yeah, what their niches.
Their niches, exactly. That's a good word.
But so well-rounded to do all those different genres for so many years.
I know. That is so cool.
And to not run out of ideas.
Yeah. Oh, I'd have one idea and then be like, okay, I'm done.
110 books. Plus, that doesn't even count like all of his poetry.
Sure.
Yeah.
Any other things that he's written.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much for reaching out to me, David. If you ever see this, huge impact. This has been such a cool experience.
We're very appreciative, and we've turned on a lot of people to the books.
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you have anything else to share? So, moving into the season of thankfulness, that is something that I'm very thankful for this year. Is, having to make that connection with this, with David, and to be able to be able to correspond with him. That's been so awesome. So now we can roll right into the season of thankfulness and Thanksgiving.
Absolutely, thankfulness. This book, well, kind of says it all. Eileen Spinelli, Thankful.
I love that one.
I do too. And, what I like about it is that it's simple. And I'll just read the beginning where it says, like the gardener, thankful for every green sprout, and the fireman for putting the fire out. There are everyday blessings. You don't need to look far to know at a glance how special you are. And it just, it shows the children in just different things that, that you just stop and be grateful for it, that we either take for granted or just kind of overlook because that's just, I mean, even this one, the crafter is thankful for glitter and glue.
Not everybody is.
Yeah. Not if you're doing it at home when your
the
mom's
cleaner
there.
upper is not necessarily
Exactly.
thankful for the
Exactly. Yeah, it's a very, very short and sweet and powerful, thankful book.
Love it.
For
The season.
children. Yep.
Yeah. Keep everybody in mind what Thanksgiving's all about.
Yeah.
It's all you.
Oh, my turn.
I have one more that I didn't share about
Okay,
him.
do
He
you
also
wanna
wrote
go
Johnny Appleseed book. This is in our collection too. Another beginner reader.
Nice
biography
fall book.
About it is Johnny Appleseed season still.
Yep.
So there's another one by David that I didn't see in my basket.
Yeah.
Okay, continue on.
I did. 'Cause
There he is.
all right. So this one, I like Todd Parr and his books.
I like his illustrations too.
Yeah, his illustrations are nice. His messages are short and to the point.
Yes.
Makes it easy to read to a child, easy for them to understand, easy for them to learn to read. And this one, of course, happens to be the Thankful book. And on the back it says, I am thankful for music because it makes me want to dance. I am thankful for my shadow. Wait, this would have to be me. I am thankful for my shadow because it makes me look taller. Never thought of that before.
That's so
I'm going to
funny.
go out and look for my shadow. So he's vibrant colors, kid-friendly message. There is one page in here that I'm going to read that is my favorite, and you'll understand. Oh, here it is. And I will show the picture. I am thankful for the library because it is filled with endless adventures.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that the best page of
Yeah,
the book?
that's a good one. That's all you need right there.
And all that talk that you just did
Yeah,
of libraries and how important.
Yep.
Think, don't take us for granted. Be very,
And you might not even realize it
Yeah.
until later in life.
just
and,
be,
see how
someday you'll
important
go
that
like, oh, I used to go all the time.
and I love going to story hour with my mom.
Absolutely. All right, so that was Ted Parr, Colin Hostin. All right, Olaf.
Who doesn't love Olaf?
Yeah, Olaf gives thanks. We've got to do Olaf. He is so,
Everybody loves
he's
Olaf.
so cute. And it's very sweet because in the very first page, it says Olaf is thankful for all of his friends, which is so sweet.
I love Olaf.
He's on another adventure as he lists the many things that he is thankful for. The flowers, the trees, the wintry breeze, and all of the magical things that every day brings. So everybody, it stars everybody that's part of Frozen. And, aw, look at him. He was so cute.
Thankful for his carrot nose.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Speaking of, since we said at the last episode that this is being actually filmed Halloween week, and this morning there were a couple of Halloween parties, that with the programs that we took the kids around, and they get treats from some of our staff. And there was one little boy, I told you, dressed as
I love
Olaf.
that. Lucas was an Olaf when he was little. It was one of my favorite ones.
He was so cute,
Oh
and he
my
just
gosh.
sat there. And I don't know what I just looked at him and said, "Do you want to build a snowman?" I did, and the parents started laughing, and I said, don't make me have to sing it." I said, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Olaf
it.
was such a
What a great character.
It was a very good character. Happy, go lucky, feel good. I have to say, this cracks me up.
Yeah. He loves his
Remember,
summer,
like when
yeah.
he would sing that song about summer?
uh-huh.
Yeah. Olaf is thankful for the cool summer breeze. Yeah, so there he is. He's kind of melty or sweaty, but he's got his little drink. That is so funny. Yeah, because that song,
All the songs are so good.
Oh, my
It's such
God.
a good one.
it is.
But Olaf is a good one, good character.
Yep. Am I continuing? Am I just
Yep, just
keep on going
keep
with
on going.
thankful?
or whatever.
All right, or whatever. All right,
I like this one.
Yep.
Here we go.
Another picture book called Apple Cake. And this is Apple Cake, a Gratitude. And
And
it's
that's a fancy word to teach kids.
I know, I love that word. Like I think it was last year or within the last couple of years that I had that gratitude party where I taught the kids that word and we did gratitude things. It says, thank you hedge, thank you tree, thank you flower, thank you bee. Join a young girl for a walk through the countryside to gather ingredients for a delicious cake. Honey from the bees, milk from the cows, and apples from the trees. This simple story teaches little ones to celebrate the natural world and give thanks for nature's gifts.
I like the cover of that.
Yeah,
one too.
Dawn Casey. Yeah, I do too. That illustrator, Genevieve Godbout, I'll tell you, look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I do. Thank you, flower. Thank you, bee. And going all around just to be able to make that. Aw. Wait a minute. That's the cow I would have drawn in Pictionary.
Yep, that's what he looks like.
Remember we talked
in
about
the last
that?
episode. Yep. That's,
Yep, last episode we just
go back and watch the Pictionary episode.
Yeah. You'll learn all about it. Okay, let me share quickly. I know we have less than a minute.
Oh, I love those.
I know. This is the couple fun board books for you. No thanks, said Turkey. And this one, the Berenstain Bears, Thankful for Family.
The big fan, the Berenstain Bears growing up too.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, they're still around. They're still popular. Yep. And
that was another one I checked out of the library all the time. Especially there was a cassette tape that came with one that I used to listen to.
Oh, really?
Yes, kids don't know what a cassette tape is. That's a prehistoric audio.
Oh, yeah, I'll say. All right, that's all we have time for. We've got some gratitude and thankful books in there. This one, of course, you can see on the back the turkey running for his life. Yeah, I'd be like, run, Forrest, run, run, turkey, run.
So cute.
So next time around, we'll do books for December.
Yeah, our holidays.
Holiday readings and lots of stuff. I think that'll be fun.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
I look
lots
forward
to pick from for that season.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, endless.
I'm sure they're starting to go out by the time you watch this episode.
And they're making more and more and more and more, writing more and more and more. So we'll see you for all the books in December.
December.
Very
Have
good.
a good one.
Yeah.